Hello, Ducks on the Pondcast, devotees and newcomers. So I have an announcement to make. A few months back in Italy, I announced a new category for the channel called Amateur Academia. And I decided to change the name of the channel to Amateur Academia. Ducks on the Pondcast is not forgotten. It still exists on Spotify. However, it's not going to exist in the future. Ducks on the Podcast will be a relic of the past, and I am still working on things for it, but they are special occasion projects. Amateur Academia represents a new medium for potential. It represents action. Whereas Ducks on the Podcast represented ideas. But that year that we did it, the months and years prior, all of us ducks were reading a lot. Over there, there's a wealth of books. And behind me, there's a wealth of books here too that I wish I could read. But at the same time, I don't really feel like necessary to read them. Not because they are not necessary. They're absolutely necessary, but at this moment, I need to apply action to my life. So I've read a lot of books, a lot of self-help books. I have here the 4-Hour Work Week, which did a lot for me. Any of Dostoevsky, a lot for me. Steinbeck. But it's time to put books on hold and put my life into action. Everything I learn in these books, I must put to action. So that's what the Amateur Academia represents. I've been going to open mics. I've been speaking my mind more clearly in class and school. I want to do more presentations. I want to make more multimedia projects like the ones I put up. And I want to do more things in the community, and I want to document them. So Amateur Academia represents doing. So Debate Club, I mentioned Debate Club on this YouTube channel. And Debate Club will be a big part of this YouTube channel, as I'll probably be recording some of it, the debates and the lectures on debate, on the skills that we'll be learning in each seminar, say, because this Debate Club will be about teaching people how to speak, how to communicate. And so far, it's been very successful. That being said, Ducks on the Podcast holds a special place in my heart, and it will never be forgotten. It's still there, like I said. I'm actually working on a script, improvisational script right now. Me and Justin are going to do a podcast where he plays one of his characters. He does a voice of one of his characters, and I converse with him. It'll be a surprise, to be sure, but I think you'll welcome it. So yeah, that's what's on the horizon. Action. There's a lot to be said for action. There's a hell of a lot to be said for action. Yes. Thank you to you devotees who have been with me this far. I say me because it's really only been me doing the legwork for the podcast and the YouTube channel. I mean, Andrew's put some stuff up, the video letters, which is great, but it's always been me editing and uploading everything, except for their video letters, of course. Making sure everything runs smoothly. As smooth as it is. It's not very smooth, but as smooth as it could be. That's where I want to be, where I could be. I always want to be higher. So, yeah, the YouTube channel will be far more actionable I think this is a good place for it. So, yeah.